years go by, how lucky am I? I've never been hungry or endure any pain. Got a roof over my head to keep me out of the rain. I've had some difficult times, but somehow I got through. I don't think I would have made it without you. It's not gonna rain forever. Has been sunny for a while, but sometimes it has to rain to wash away the stain. So thanks for the rain, so I can cherish those sunny days. There's a storm outside, I'm warm and dry. Even when I am wet, I held my head up high. Be kind to people, even those who might hurt your pride. Life is what you make of it, every moment, every day. Try not to fight it and let love guide your way. It's not gonna rain forever. Has been sunny for a while, but sometimes it has to rain to wash away stains. So thanks for the rain, so I can cherish those sunny days. Life is what you make of it, every moment, every day. Try not to fight it and let love guide your way. It's not gonna rain forever. Has been sunny for a while. Well, hello and welcome to another Sunday night. That's music. We're tonight. Unfortunately, Gary is not going to be able to join us, so I'm flying solo with my guest, Darryl. And so, welcome, Darryl.
Hello, thank you.
We're going to talk about Dad's music, and the whole reason why I call it Dad's music is because when I was a kid, I listened to what my dad played, and that kind of inspired the songs that I write. And that's why we're doing the show, so I can bring my guest in and ask them what kind of songs they listen to and what inspired their music. And yeah, so before we get started, I already welcomed Darryl coming in, and Gary's not here. Usually Gary makes a lot of other conversation, but but there's one thing I always do and try to keep this up every time is to recognize that we're on the traditional and territory and unceded territory, the Kwantlen and First Nation and the Katzie First Nation here in Maple Ridge. It's a beautiful part of the country. Well, actually, the entire country. You know, this is one of the best country we live in, and we're so happy we have a wonderful healthcare system. We have all kinds of benefits that, a lot of us sometimes take for granted. But I think, every day when I wake up, I look up and into the forest and the woods and all my surrounding, and I feel absolutely blessed to be here. How about you, Darryl? Where you live in Langley?
I live in Langley, yeah. We live in a little farmhouse that was built somewhere around 1948 or 50, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And we've renovated it up a little bit. We actually, it's kind of funny because about 5 years, well, probably more than 5 years ago now, but somewhere around there, we had a film company come and they wanted to use our house because they liked our old kitchen that was still the old kitchen. So they shut our place, they moved everything out and used our place for a movie set for 4 days, I think.
Oh.
That was really fun, and we went and stayed in a hotel. And then my wife always wanted a kitchen reno.
Yeah.
So then we renoed the kitchen, right? Well, sure enough, a couple of years later, another movie company comes, hey, we really like that kitchen, we'd like to use it. Everybody else has renoed their kitchens. Oh, you rented your kitchen? Oh, well, so we lost a good gig.
Yeah.
But it's over in kind of in the agricultural land there, and I would love it over there.
Yeah. Did you say it was, whereabouts it is, the Strawberry Hill
It's called Strawberry
area?
Hill.
Yeah.
And for people who know the area, it's kind of near 240th Street, so near D.W. Poppy School.
Yeah.
And Brown Park.
Yeah, that's so like if there's a bridge, or actually if we take a helicopter from here,
Yeah.
it'll just go straight south.
That's right.
We'll be at your place.
Yeah, this is 237th, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So straight south.
Yeah. So okay, well, I guess I before we start, I just wanted to also want to mention that our sponsor, Sheringham Distillery, and 40 Knots Wine has been quite supportive of, the Sunday night Stats music. I'm wearing their T-shirt tonight from Sheringham Distillery. They have some wonderful gin, and 40 Knots. They're a wine company. I hope to see them. They're both on the island. So when I'm doing a tour in March, I hope to go drop by and see. Well, I don't know about Sheringham, the distillery, because they're in Souk, BC. Did I pronounce that right? Souk?
Souk.
Yeah. In Souk. So that's my tour is pretty much Nanaimo and North and all those.
Okay.
Port Alberni. So might not make it all the way there. It's a little bit of a trek. But I just want to, recognize and say thanks to them for supplying a good supply of liquor for me. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Well, so I don't know. Oh yeah, beside the wine companies too, some of my sponsors are coffee roasting company because I like coffee.
Yeah.
So I go after people that I like the product that they supply is what I kind of like, the wine, the whiskey, and coffee. So yeah. So coffee is important. How about you?
Oh yeah. 2 cups before I do anything in the day. Well, 1 cup, and then on my second cup I might start sort of moving around and doing something. But that's very number one on the agenda.
Well, you should have a song about coffee then.
Well, yeah, I'll let you mention it.
Oh boy, you do. Okay.
I wrote this song for my wife just before we got married. We've been married 31 years now. Coming up 32, I think, this year. Oh, I hope I got that right. And I wrote her this song, and then she married me, so it worked out.
Wow. So this song is 31 years old.
This is
way back before you got married.
Yeah, this is an old song, and
Wow.
It's people seem to like it. I get requested every once in a while.
Okay.
So it's going to be on my greatest hits album as soon as I have some.
Take it away, Darryl.
It's called Coffee.
Okay.
Coffee in the morning, in the kitchen with you, sitting by the window with my elbow touching you. I sure am happy I found you. Fill my cup right to the brim. I'm sitting in the morning kitchen with you. Coffee in the morning, in the kitchen with you, sitting by the window with my elbow touching you. I sure am happy I found you. Fill my cup right to the brim. I'm sitting in the morning kitchen with you. Coffee in the morning, in the kitchen with you.
Yay. So is there cream and sugar in that coffee?
Yeah, just funny you should ask. Cream, but that much cream. I stopped to see my brother on the way over here at Tim Hortons, and I asked for half cream,
Yeah.
and it's way too much, even half cream.
Yeah. And no sugar.
No sugar, no.
Yeah. That's the same with me. I got off the sugar a long time ago. And yeah, I used to go to Tim Horton and get doubles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And after a while, my doctor says, not a good idea.
No, I guess, no. Well, with me, we used to, like years ago, I used to take cream and sugar, and then I worked at a car dealership in Calgary, and the coffee truck would come by, right?
Yeah.
And they had two urns, one with sugar and one without.
Yeah.
So they did no sugar on the side, right? So I'd get sugar and then add cream, and after a while, it was this is just way too much sugar. It's so sweet, you can't even taste the coffee. So I just quit sugar.
How many songs have you written since then? Or is that the first? Is that the first one?
No, that was the one that snagged my wife. But
okay, so that's a great song then.
Yeah, it works. Yeah.
Definitely a greatest hit.
Yeah. So I've written. I've never counted how many songs I've written.
Yeah.
Usable songs I've probably written about. The songs that I would regularly use, 30 or 40.
Yeah.
And I've probably written a couple hundred that, have made their way into the blue box, sort of from the writing pad to the blue box, the recycle bin, but yeah. And
Well, I'm pretty sure you can pull them up and just, use them. There's a lot of stuff I written. Yeah, it's not recycle. It just stays in the archive until,
yeah.
I have other ways of making use of them.
Yeah, sometimes you can sort of snag a phrase out of there or something like that. Yeah.
So, well, what else what else do you have? Like
Well,
another good songs that you think you can?
yeah, I could do one more here. I'd like to.
Oh,
I got into the bad habit of playing banjo of using all kinds of different tunings, and just makes life easier, and it opens up doors that you don't normally have, like in a
Yeah.
regular tuning.
so this tuning is this like a standard that you just tuned?
The
to
one
a-
I just played was
Yeah.
standard, and now what I've done is I've just taken my my B string and tuned it up, tuned it up to a C, so that
Okay.
I play my C chord, but I don't have to fret that one.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of a lazy way of doing it, but then it gives me this chord here, which I wouldn't. There would be no way to play that, to fret that in the standard tuning. You couldn't. You just wouldn't have the notes. Right? So
Okay.
for that one chord, I retune, and it's an easy kind of a lazy way of playing too.
Well,
This is called Freight Train. I used to, well, I still do. I love trains, especially the old steam trains.
yeah.
And I did a lot of, I just read books and stuff on steam trains. I know, like, I don't know, a dozen probably train songs or more. And this one I wrote. It's actually the title track on our second CD called Coal Train. And so it's about the old steam engines.
Yeah. Coal, like coal, the
Coal, right? Yeah.
burning coal.
Yeah, coal, burning
Yeah.
coal trainings, right? So they're fascinating machines. Like some of those big old steam engines, they would, they do, some of them would do 100 miles an hour, 160 kilometers an hour, flying across the prairie. They didn't have halogen headlights or anything. They probably had a couple of candles on the front. And they're coming down that track at 100 miles an hour. You better get out of the way, boy.
Yeah.
So this is a tune called Coal Train. You're gonna play along with this one?
Okay. Sounds.
I'm in a two-way mogul on the head of the line. The whistle on this locomotive sounds so fine. Black and white is all that I see, 'cause the rain turned to snow at 2:45 on this coal train. I'm on a coal train, on a coal train. Hand on the throttle, I'm not slowing down. I just blew through your little town. You may have heard in your troubled sleep, you got a railway man, and that's bittersweet on this coal train. I'm on a coal train. Well, my hands are dirty, but my heart is clean, like a blackbird in the headlight beam. On a coal train. Got a solo there?
Sure.
Yeah. If there's a parallel universe to this train, well, the cold steel rails are all the same. Don't start anywhere and go nowhere, like the story of my life in this rarefied air on a coal train. I'm on a coal train, on a coal train. Turn around. Well, my hands are dirty, but my heart is clean, like a blackbird in the headlight beam. on a coal train. I'm on a coal train. Coal train. Let's bring her into the station. Well done.
Nice.
I kind of popped a surprise on you there. Well done.
Nice. He's nice. So it's easy to follow. It's
Well, it's basically two chords, right?
yeah. No, it's very. It's got that sort of like a flowing feeling.
Yeah.
I guess that's what you're trying to do.
That's kind of what, like, groove is everything for me, right?
yeah,
And if you, especially resolving a minor to a major to a minor to a major, it just never resolves, right? It just keeps going.
Yeah. No, I'm just also saying that the song itself is in this sort of like flowing, like like a train, just kind of smoothly going. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not hurrying.
No,
It's not a crazy train.
no, that's right.
It's not a bullet train, but yeah, a coal train.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have Jenny over here making some comment. Okay.
Oh.
Can't read it all the way from here. So do that. Can you read that?
I better late than never. Yes.
Oh, okay. So welcome Jenny. Jenny's from Montreal.
Oh,
She
my
comes
goodness.
to the show every Sunday.
Good. Bonjour.
So
Hope I said that right.
And I have is that Terry? Yeah, I think Terry's on there. Hi Terry.
Hello.
So I hope you guys liked some of these songs Darryl just played. I really like them. You know, they're not jazz, but it's it's one of these relaxing songs that it's quite yeah, it's quite relaxing.
Yeah, well, thank you.
And but it's not like it doesn't put me to sleep.
Well, it's good. Playing with a jazz player. I thought he might say, "Oh man, this stuff is boring."
Yeah. No, I don't. I never. As a matter of fact, I had a guest in here that plays heavy metal, and I'm planning to have somebody doing hip hop coming in, and
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Mix it
you're
up for
amazed.
sure. Yeah.
yeah, the things that we there's so many things when it comes to music. There's a lot of things people have in common.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I think there's a disagreement with people,
Yeah.
let's play some songs together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That usually works as long as we can agree on the songs. Yeah.
So when did you write that song?
That one. Well, I think that CD has been out about 7 years or something like that. So I wrote it just probably 7-8 years ago.
Yeah.
I just really was in my steam engine phase. I still like those things. I love them. I'm old enough to remember those old steam engines, and there's nothing like the sound of a steam engine on a rainy night when it's pitch black and you hear them in the distance. Like the air horns on the trains nowadays are just like
Yeah.
boring.
It's the steam engine. They have the steam whistle.
Yeah, the steam whistle. Yeah.
The whistle and the bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the engineers could really make those by adjusting the steam levels in them. They could really make them sing, right? They'd go, ooh.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. When we did that CD at the start of this song, I kind of was Googling around and I found this group of guys down in the States somewhere, and that's what they do. They collect these old steam the whistles off the trains, and they build their own and stuff. And then they have these gatherings, right, where they put a big air or steam generator up, and then they have these competitions of blowing these whistles. Well, they made a CD, so I ordered this CD and I got it, and I picked. Oh, there's the whistle I want. So I used that on the CD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I like trains too. I actually have a whole bunch of little HO scale collectors
Oh, really? Love them.
trains. Yeah.
Yeah. We used to have HO when we were kids. German Märklin.
That's what I got.
Oh, I gotta see them.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta
before
see
before
that.
you leave, I'll show you my. I have 5 Marklin locomotives. Oh man. They worth a mint now.
I know it. Yeah.
But you know what?
They're beautiful.
You know what? Because the details on them. Mm-hmm. You can use a magnifying glass.
Yeah.
And you can see every tiny little details on those engine. And the ones that are in mint condition, they're just like, shrunk the whole train down to miniature scale, and you can see every tiny little details.
Oh, those are cool, man. I wish we still had ours. Yeah.
You don't have yours anymore?
No. We moved around a lot when I was a kid. We moved from, States, Canada. We lived in Germany for a long time. I went to school in Switzerland for a couple of years. And so when you're constantly moving, you just kind of,
So
you can't carry everything along all the time, right?
where were you born?
I was born actually in Chicago when my dad was, or a suburb of Chicago.
Yeah.
When my parents were both Canadians, but Dad was going to university down there, and I had the misfortune, or should I say that out loud, of being born down there. And so I'm a dual citizen, or was a dual citizen.
Oh,
and
nice.
I was also a dual citizen right in the middle of Vietnam.
Oh.
And they said, "Oh man, you're our boy.
Yeah.
Way you go. Here's your card. You're on the next boat." Well, no.
Yeah.
Because I've always been a Canadian all my life. I only lived down there, my whole
So
life.
were you living in the States during that
I
time?
was living in the
That
States for about
1960?
9 months, right?
Yeah.
During the time that I turned 18, just
Yeah.
because of where family was at and all that, right?
Yeah.
And
Get the heck out of
so
there.
and
real
then
quick.
I decided I had always thought, well, my identity is Canadian. My whole family is Canadian. All my relatives are Canadian. Right?
Yeah.
So it was a no-brainer.
And so when did you move to Langley?
I moved to Langley in 89.
Mm-hmm.
89. So I've been in Langley
Where-
40 years.
Yeah. So where were you before
Moved
Langley?
from
Was you
Calgary,
From Calgary?
and then before that lived in Banff for a couple of years,
Yeah.
and then before that sort of all over the place.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's to
Well,
be able to, having the experience of, having been to so many different places.
you gain a lot moving around like that as a kid, but you lose something too.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
lose. You lose really a sense
I guess-
of community, right? Because you're
Yeah.
always changing. Friends. You have friends for a couple of months, maybe, or whatever, and then goodbye, and you make new friends, and goodbye, you make new friends, and so you never really develop a lot of relationships, right?
Yep. Yeah, I guess it's hard as a kid to be moving.
Yeah. Where'd you grow up?
In Burlington, Ontario.
Oh, Ontario.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And then you
And then I
drifted
moved-
west and hit the
Well-
ocean. You couldn't go any further.
yeah, I moved to Oakville. I didn't move out here until 2000.
Oh, okay.
That's because I was at that time I was working for a company in California, and they sent me all over the world doing projects.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
and I figured, okay, well, I can live anywhere.
sure.
Then we thought, okay, well, let's move out to the West Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Cool.
and we didn't. We wanted to go onto we wanted to be on the island, but it's a little bit kind of. It's hard to get. I need to get to the airport
Yeah.
because I need to fly out of here. Like every month, I fly somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. You still do, or you?
No,
were
I
back then?
this is
Back
way
then? Yeah.
back, and then
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
and then I started working
Yeah.
for NAV Canada,
Okay.
and doing the control tower stuff.
Okay.
And that was again kind of going back and forth between because NAV Canada is wherever there's an airport, there's an engineering center.
Okay.
So between Vancouver and Edmonton, Winnipeg, Toronto, Montreal,
Okay. Yeah.
and Moncton. I'm kind of going between those places, but yeah, in the last couple of years, haven't gone anywhere. And during COVID, I guess that's when I no longer be like doing anything because everything shut down.
Mm-hmm.
There's no aviation, there's no travel.
Yeah.
So I decided to be, I'll just quit all that and be a musician.
Yeah. That's cool. Now you're in the big money. Yeah. The big bucks, eh? As a musician. Yeah.
So there's a few people here that I think, I don't know if I have a chance to put all their comments up. So this is from friends that are watching. I wish I can read it. I have to try to make those words bigger.
Drew here from Mission?
Yeah, Terry's from Mission. Yeah,
Mission, yeah.
And
Do you want me to go over there and read them?
it's okay. I'm just gonna pop them up and sequentially.
We will check all those comments out later.
Yeah,
So you have to forgive us for ignoring them now. It's just
but we know you're there. We can see it popping up on the screen.
Yeah.
So we know you're there.
yeah.
And if you're watching on Facebook, you need to go to YouTube, unfortunately, to be able to put your comments in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you're on YouTube, your comments will pop up on the screen. So
Okay.
and then we can see them. But if you're on Facebook, then we'll just have to
Yeah.
read them later. I
Yeah.
don't can't get to it. The technology, yeah, there's some drawback to the technology. Well, no, there isn't. It's just that it gets too complicated.
Yeah.
It gets to a point where you have to decide: are we entertaining people? Are we playing music? Or are we just a bunch of get into this technology that we forgot?
It just gets too complicated, says the guy whose studio you should see here. Like 4 cameras, microphones all over the place, it's boards, screens, and lights, and yeah.
Oh,
You don't know nothing about complicated.
Yeah, this is simple. These are the simple stuff because they're hardware.
Yeah.
The complicated stuff is the software. All this stuff
Okay,
about
you're already over my head.
streaming and all that. So, well, oh hey, I just wanted to share this with everybody.
Oh, nice.
I got my album. It's a 12-inch vinyl.
Vinyl. Oh.
So my album is now available on vinyl. I don't know how many people have record players anymore, but
I've still got one.
Yeah?
Hardly ever use it anymore, but
Okay.
yeah, it's nice. It's got a nice vinyl. Has a warm sound, doesn't it?
oh yeah.
So what have you got on there? If you got originals on there, your
Yeah,
songs?
these
or
are all original
classics,
songs.
or all original.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
yeah. And see, the nice thing about the vinyl record is that you can put your artwork on
I know it. Yeah.
here and on the back, and then there's an insert in here
Yeah.
with different artworks. What I did is I put I have someone paint each stone because the album is called Walk in the Woods.
Mm-hmm.
And when I go walking in the woods, I see all these little rocks that has little pictures on them.
Mm-hmm.
So that inspired me to get someone to paint little pictures about the song on the rocks.
Cool.
So each
Yeah.
song has a rock to go with
Wow.
it.
Very cool.
There's a rock painting
Oh,
on
wow.
for each song.
Beautiful. Buy it for the artwork.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. It's the artist.
Yeah.
There's a number of artists that's being printed on there. There are the rocks, and then also a lady named Evelyn from Chilliwack painted some of these painting of the saxophone and the piano.
Okay.
Yeah, these are her paintings.
Nice.
So-
So, have you got other like sax, piano, and like other instruments on there?
Yeah.
Or is it all solo?
No, it's all.
Oh, you got.
I
oh,
even have an accordion.
Cool. I love accordions.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so you play. I have an accordion for one song, Another song is bossa nova. So we got congas and saxophone and
Cool.
yeah. All the songs they're all a little bit different, different instruments and different recording. It's there's 7 songs. There's even a song with a cello.
Nice. Yeah.
So that's how
It's one of my favorites.
diverse it is. Yeah. Well, I will. I'll give you one of these before you go.
Oh, that's awesome. I'll get it on my.
Now you have to.
I'll get it on my player.
Yeah, take one out.
Yeah. No, it's sitting there. It just
It's
don't
sitting
get
there?
used very much. Yeah.
Okay. Well, now it gives you an excuse to use it.
Absolutely. I look forward to it.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Let's go back to some more music.
Sure.
What other song?
How are we doing time-wise?
We're about halfway mark.
Should we do one more guitar song and then change over to some banjo stuff?
I love to hear the banjo.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, if you can't think of any other song to play, how about we play something that how about we just go completely out of character and do something wild and crazy?
Sounds good to me.
This is, do you know that Harry Barry Fonte song?
Yeah, a little bit. So I'll
About-
follow along.
About bananas?
Bananas.
I love bananas. I have a banana pretty much every day.
Uh-huh.
That's the only thing that I have to admit. I try to be very ecological. I drive electric cars. I buy local. I get as much. All my eggs are from a local farm. My vegetables and everything in the summertime, I get everything local. I go all the markets, get everything locally, except bananas.
Yeah, not many grown locally.
And I love bananas.
Yeah.
So, like even kiwis. I grow kiwis.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Cool.
I have my own kiwis.
Yeah.
But not bananas. So let's do this for some fun.
We're in D,
Let's try
right?
it. Let's do it in D.
Okay.
Deo, mi se Deo. Daylight come and me want to go home. Day, me say day, me say day, me say day, me say day. Oh, daylight come and me want to go home. I work all night for a drink of rum. Daylight come and me wanna go home. Stack bananas till the daylight come. Daylight come and me wanna go home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me bananas. Daylight come and me wanna go home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me bananas. Daylight come and me wanna go home. Deo, me say Deo. Daylight come and me wanna go home. Deo, me say Deo. Daylight come and me wanna go home. Daylight come and me wanna go home. A beautiful bunch of bright bananas. Daylight come and we wanna go home. Hide these deadly black piranhas. Daylight come and we wanna go home. I got 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Daylight come and we wanna go home. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Daylight come and we wanna go home. Deo, we say Deo. Daylight come and we wanna go home. Deo, we say Deo. Daylight come and me wanna go home. Daylight come and me wanna go home. Daylight come and me wanna go home.
Oh, that was fun. Okay, I'll get the banjo out. I'm going to disappear for a minute here.
Okay. We're gonna hear some banjos. So, let's see. Got some comments on here from Jenny.
Oops. Sorry, folks. That probably sounded a lot louder for you than it did for me. I banged the mic here.
That's the mic banging banjo.
That is, yeah. I always say I like to play the banjo in spite of popular demand.
So is there a certain, like, a whole bunch of different type of tuning for the banjo, or is it standard?
There is a lot of bluegrass players play in, it's called an open G, and I played in that for years. And then I started getting into more old-time banjo, and I'm no expert by any means, but there's so many different tunings. And when you retune your banjo, it just opens up it becomes a different instrument. It has a completely different voice, and I don't know, it's just so much fun playing in different tunings.
Yeah.
I probably play in probably regularly in about 6 different tunings.
Now that I know you play banjo, next time when there's a bluegrass jam, I should invite you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually go and do a bluegrass jam
Oh, okay.
with my violin.
Oh, you're a fiddler or a violinist.
Well, actually, yeah, I'm more of a violinist, but yeah, I guess the only thing that's different between a violin and a fiddle is that the fiddle have strings and the violin have strings.
That's a good one. Yeah.
But I can't. I'm okay playing and jamming along with a bluegrass band. That's about it.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah.
Well, so is it? Do you have something that are your original that are play on the banjo?
You know what? I have some original songs and I can't think of them right now. Mostly I do cover songs on banjo that most of them are real old time stuff.
Yeah. Okay, well, we can do those.
Yeah, we talked about, let's see, I've got some gospel songs here. This is my set list.
Okay.
And I can't read it, but I've got the list.
Do you need to borrow glasses?
No, that's okay. I'm teasing a little bit. I'm not in a bluegrass tuning right now, so I'm kind of in an old-time tuning. This song was written in hard times.
Okay.
So we do this kind of a... Most people, when they hear banjo, they say, oh, yeah, you gotta, just, yeah. But banjo, if I had time to demonstrate some different tunings, banjo can be very, very, just sweet and evocative, and
Yeah.
like it doesn't have to be a very expressive instrument. So this is an old song. It's in C. It's called Hard Times. Some of you may know it. It was written by Stephen Foster about 1860, and you might recognize it.
Okay. Do a little bass with it?
Sure, yeah, please. It's pretty much in C, and it's 3 chords. You'll pretty much hear where it goes. Let us pause in life's pleasures and count its many tears, while we all sup sorrow with the poor. There's a song that will linger forever in our ears. Oh, hard times come again no more. While we seek mirth and beauty and music bright and gay, there are frail forms fainting at the door. Though their voices are silent, their pleading looks will say, oh, hard times come again no more. Is the song the sigh of the weary? Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. a pale, drooping maiden who toils her life away with a worn heart whose better days are o'er. Though her boys would be merry, 'tis sighing all the day. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis a sigh that is wafted across the troubled wave. 'Tis a wail that is heard upon the shore. 'Tis a dirge that is murmured around the lowly grave. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. Oh, hard times come again no more. Oh, hard times come again no more. I love Stephen Foster wrote some awesome music, like 160 years ago, right?
Wow.
And people are still playing it, right?
Yeah.
That's a sign of a good song.
Yeah.
And, it was terrible. In hard times, people talk about hard times. We've got no idea what hard times were like back then.
I know. Yeah.
No idea. No idea.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? People in other countries, even right now, today,
Yeah.
are facing those hard times.
Yeah. Well, that's like that last verse, right? There's a sigh that is wafted across the troubled waves. Mm-hmm. Like, people are living in hard times we have no idea about. And we like to complain sometimes. I mean, shame on us.
I know. Yeah, we forgot.
There's my sermon for today. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. We forgot how good we have it, and until we see the what's going on in history, what's going on the rest of the world. This is we don't know how good we have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, should we do a little happier song?
Yeah.
That's an old gospel song. I think it was a Carter song, but it may be older than that, so it's probably 60 years old or something. It's one of my favorites, actually. It's called 50 Miles of Elbow Room.
Okay. Is that in C again?
Pardon?
That's in C again?
Yeah, C again,
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay.
3 chords in C.
Okay. There we go. All right.
And I've got to remember the first line. 100 miles its length and breadth of 4 square cities, and its gem-clad walls with jasper shine, not made by human hand. 100 miles its gates are wide, abundant entrance there, with 50 miles of elbow room on either side to spare. When the gates swing wide on the other side, just beyond the sunset sea, there'll be room to spare as we enter there. Room for you and room for me. For the gates are wide on the other side, where the flowers ever bloom. On the right hand, on the left hand, 50 miles of elbow room. sit here and long for elbow room. I long to reach for altitude where the fairest flowers bloom. It won't be long until I pass into that city fair with 50 miles of elbow room on either side to spare. When the gates swing wide on the other side, just beyond the sunset sea, there'll be room as fair as we enter there, room for you and room for me. For the gates are wide on the other side, where the flowers ever bloom. On the right hand, on the left hand, 50 miles of elbow room. On the right hand, on the left hand, 50 miles of elbow room. On the right hand, on the left hand, 50 miles of elbow room. That's one of my favorite old songs.
Yeah. Well, that's
That's
I never played with the banjo before.
Oh, is that right?
I never
Well,
accompany a
you may never go back to, whatever.
I got a couple of things from Janny over here saying, I can't read it, but
Cool.
Janny, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to read your messages afterward. I pop them up on the screen, but
I hope you're not making requests because I probably don't know them anyways.
yeah,
I
my
don't know hardly any songs that were, written, within the last 40 years.
yeah. So yeah, tonight's a little bit different because Gary couldn't make it. So usually I have Gary kind of sitting in front of the computer and having conversations with people and responding to them.
Sure.
So so he can't. Yeah, Gary's not here, but he'll be back next week. And actually, as a matter of fact, I think I had a chat with Gary and I said that we'll probably need a third person as an apprentice to join us.
Mm.
And so that, because actually some of the Sundays I'm starting to get book gigs and I'm not going to be able to do it.
Oh, yeah.
But I like to keep it going,
Sure.
just like, what they do with television shows. Even if the main person,
Yeah.
the anchor is not there, they have a co-host.
Keep it
Somebody
going.
can
Yeah.
still keep things going, right?
It's a great idea.
So I'm
Yeah.
hoping that
People
I
get
have
used to it at a certain time.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's every 7 o'clock every Sunday. So I'm hoping that we can find an apprentice that can join in, learn the tricks, how to operate some of these things, and maybe even just take my place.
Mhm.
Yeah, because one of the Sunday I'm out, I'm on tour on Comox.
It's nice that gigs are starting to open up, isn't it? I know.
Yeah, still. Well, I still have some resistance with a few number of venues are still kind of saying we don't know exactly what's going on yet.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
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 It's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
But we're ready. I'm ready. We're out. My trio is 3 shows booked already.
Okay. You tour with the trio? You tour solo, right?
I tour solo, and the whole point with the tour solo is because there's uncertainty. We don't know exactly what's going on. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I can get it's a good way for me to kind of get an idea of what the venues are like,
Mm-hmm.
and then bring my trio back.
Okay.
Because also, see, the thing is too, if I tour with my trio, I have to make sure that we have enough ticket sales
Yeah.
so that we,
Yeah.
there's the economics behind it
Yeah.
that sometimes we kind of have to, work it out step by step so that, you're not caught by surprise that,
Yeah. Oh, for
nobody
sure.
gets paid.
What do you have in your trio?
A drum and a bass.
Drums and bass? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, drum, bass, and I play
Cool.
piano. So
Yeah.
it's I don't know if you know these guys. Aguado plays the drums, and Tom Angelus plays the bass.
Who? Tom?
Angelus,
No.
yeah, he plays with the Vancouver Symphony Orchestra.
Okay.
He plays bass.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Nice.
So,
You're a good bass player.
well, in jazz, your bass player is very important.
Oh yeah.
In jazz,
Yeah.
the bass is very there's a melody to it within itself, and yeah, it's I'm so glad I get a chance to work with him because he's a really good bass player. So
I've never been sophisticated enough to really be able to understand bass, but jazz. But sometimes I like hearing it, and sometimes this is just me. Like sometimes when you hear guys playing jazz that aren't really that good, it sounds like three different people playing three different
Exactly.
songs, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay.
oh no, it's no. There's different type of jazz. There's certain type of jazz where it sounds like everybody's just doing their own thing.
Yeah.
It's not even in the same key. Yeah. And then there's the regular, the old standard,
Yeah.
which is more pretty much just swing. A lot of it just swing.
Yeah.
And it's all based on very simple 4 or 5 chords structure.
Okay.
But it just got jazzed up a little bit. That's why it's called jazz. You can practically take any song and jazz it,
Sure.
and all you have to do is just add 500 more chords to it. Yeah. So yeah, it's I don't do I don't play the jazz. I don't know. It just it doesn't make sense to me. I just like the old stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's the whole idea that I'm into it is because that's the stuff I listened to when I was a kid.
Yeah, and it's got singable melodies, kind of.
Yeah,
most
they're
of
all,
it.
they're all really nice melody, and it's it's all in my head, so it's easier to reminisce and just regurgitate all that stuff. So, well, I think we're how are we doing for time? I think we're just about to wrap things up.
Are we?
Yeah. We're having so much fun. We forgot.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's pretty much it's 3 minutes to 8
3
already.
minutes late.
Yeah.
Do you want me to play you out in a strange sort of tuning here?
Okay. So let's do one last song and
well, I won't really do the whole thing. I wrote this song this a little while ago. It's one of the most recent songs I've written. I called it "The Seas of Scotland,"
oh, okay.
and it kind of fell out of this this just strange tuning that I kind of. Remember, I was saying like a banjo can sound just really evocative.
Yeah.
So I really like this song. I'll just play like a short version of it, but I've got a YouTube version of it, and it's called "The Seas of Scotland."
Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
If you can,
if we.
send me the link
Yeah.
to the YouTube version,
Sure.
then I can attach it to the like the stream from the text in the stream, so other people can get access to click on it and they can listen to it.
Let's do that,
Okay.
and we can just wrap it up now. I'll
Good.
send you the.
No, you're gonna play it.
Play it out.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just do a little bit of it. Okay.
So, Seas of Scotland.
Seas of Scotland. Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Seas of Scotland on a banjo.
That's the short version.
Yeah.
But you get the idea.
Is there lyrics to that?
No, it's just an instrumental.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So what other instruments do you have in the recording?
I just play a guitar, a little bit of guitar rhythm on it,
Yeah.
and a little bit of lead guitar stuff too. But
Cool.
it just, yeah.
So why is it called Seas of Scotland?
I don't know. That's kind of what it made me think of. And then I have a friend and his wife. They go to Scotland, gone to Scotland a number of times. He's got roots over there and stuff. He's quite a good photographer, so he had all these tons of pictures of photos of Scotland.
Yeah.
So I got together with him and I said, why don't we do a YouTube thing called The Seas of Scotland with your photography and my music.
Ooh.
So I was really happy. It came out really cool.
Do you have any thought of maybe putting some bagpipes to it?
Oh, that'd be awesome. I've played with a bagpiper before.
Yeah.
Joe McDonald.
Oh yeah.
He's great. Yeah, it's fun playing with bagpipes.
Wow.
The only thing about bagpipes is they are so freaking loud,
Yeah.
right? I mean, as soon as the bagpipes cut in, everything else is gone.
We should bring a bagpipe in one of these shows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Joe would, I'm sure he'd come.
So-
He's a pianist too, right? And he does all kinds of stuff, right?
Okay. Well, maybe I'll get in touch with you to get in touch with him.
Yeah, sure.
Well, we're coming to an end, so I wanted to thank you for joining me tonight.
Well,
So, yeah,
thank you for the invitation.
ladies and gentlemen, that's Darryl, and what I'll do is I'll try to link his YouTube to it afterwards, and you can listen to some of these songs. And actually, what I'll do is I'll post your channel to my channel.
Yeah, and we've got
people can-
I'll send you, and I've got a website too.
Good.
Can I do a little blurb?
Yeah.
We've got the band that I play with is, well, it's basically me now at this point, but it's JD Minor, and we've got 3 CDs out. The first one is Ain't No Ordinary Hillbilly, and then Coltrane, and
You didn't bring any with you, did you?
yeah, I've got some here. Yeah.
Okay, well, we should
You
go
want me
grab
just-
it.
I'll
Yeah,
grab it?
and
Yeah.
while I introduce what's going on next week,
Sure.
so we can see it. So next week, let's see what's going on next week. We got some. Mark is going to be joining me next week, and that's Mark, and then Karen and Mark will be after that, and I have the Stone Poets here a little bit later on. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna get the Stone Poets. There's 3 people in the studio. I think I'm gonna have to move this piano out of the way because Mark also plays the keyboard. So, yeah, that'll be a little bit of a challenge, but I would love to do have them here. Okay, so let's take a look at the CDs. Hold it up in front of the camera so we can.
This is our first CD. It's where's the camera? Which camera? That one there.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. And it's called Ain't No Ordinary Hillbilly. The band is JD Minor, and that was Joel Klingler and I, Joel and Darryl. And we started writing some songs about old coal mining and gold mining and that kind of stuff. So we just came up on the name JD Minor. And Joel is an incredible writer. He's got and singer and musician. He's just like he's like no one else I've ever played with. But he's got he wrote probably I think about 80% of the songs on here. And it's an awesome. We did this all just live off the floor, one take.
Wow.
Kind of thing, and we got 3 of us on there. Mostly, there's just 3 at bass, and then Joel and I switch back and forth mandolin and guitar, and I banjo and guitar.
Are you gonna give those to me?
I am, yeah.
Okay, I'll
That's
trade
one.
you.
Now we'll trade, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you my
Yeah.
vinyl.
And this one here is Coltrane. That's our second CD. That's a lot more produced. This one, we've got all kinds of different instruments on this, and Ron Briggs on here. I think Mike Sanishan did a fiddle song on here. It's a cool CD too. It's also got the train whistles on that I mentioned before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
And
gonna
then
listen to that.
the most recent one. This is about 3 years ago, 2-3 years ago. Waltz with the Wind. I've written a lot of songs about sailing and sailing out on the Salish Sea here, and I love sailing. I build little sailboats. I built some, and you know, just it's another little hobby. But I had all these songs about sailing and the water and stuff, and I thought I should record these. So these are all pretty much songs about sailing out on the Salish Sea and stuff, and it's called Waltz with the Wind, because that's kind of what it's like when you get in a little sailboat and you're out there and the wind is moving you and you're going over the waves. It's kind of like a waltz. And
I'll listen to that when I'm on the ferry.
yeah.
Okay.
So those are the three, and they're available on our website. And,
Yep. So I'll link all that information to this. I'll add it to the description, and so people can click on it and
Sure.
and go and explore some more. So thank you again for coming in.
Thank you, Peter.
And really enjoy having you and listening to the banjo. And so first time I jam with the banjo, but we'll hope to have you back again. Maybe what I'll do is, I like I said, I sometimes I jam on the bluegrass.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bluegrass jam session and
Right.
in Maple Ridge that my friend Rob Hornsey organized.
Okay.
And I actually get involved in that once in a while. So now that the restrictions are lifted, I think that's going to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Good.
might see you there.
Cool. Yeah. You bet.
Jamming some bluegrass.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Good. Thank you so much.
I'm going to sign out. So thank you for joining me and hope to see you next week, Sunday night at 7 o'clock right here on Dad's Music. Bye.
Cool.